morning, heart of South Philly. Let's go see what the people have got to say.
I'm ready to roll if they need me.
Now listen here, Dutch. The Mets and the Cowboys, they suck.
1, 2, 3, go Birds! Go Birds! What we got? 302BIRDS, United States. Go Birds! Oh my gosh, Chad.
Your favorite Chicagoan. Go Phils.
As always, God bless. Go Birds.
Get your water ice and soft pretzels ready because you are now tuned into a 302BIRDS podcast experience. Proudly presented by TickPick, Nick's Pizza, El Diablo Burritos, and Klondike Kate's on the heart of Main Street. Let's take it to the show.
What is up, Philadelphia Phillies fans, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and everybody in between? Welcome to another episode of 302BIRDS. Kyle Schwarber just brought home the MVP trophy last night of the All-Star game, and he did it in pure Schwarbomb fashion. We got a great show for you guys tonight, a ton on tap, as always, talking about the Phillies' ups and downs, what they need to do to get around that. We'll talk Alec Boehm's injury. We'll talk about the new rookie, Gage Wood, who took Zach Wheeler's song. That's going to be a whole topic of discussion we're going to have to jump into. We'll talk about the All-Star break, of course, and Kyle Schwarber's great performance last night. Christopher Sanchez getting a bonus from the Phillies and them being a stand-up organization. We'll get into Rasul Douglas potentially making his return here in a second for Jack's call-ins. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do that first. So I'll move that one right on top to first. And then we'll talk about the real NFL being 3 weeks out. But Jackson, we got some awesome call-ins tonight, don't we, man?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, El Diablo Burritos, for this sponsorship. We got a lot going on in these call-ins, so let's kick to the call-ins.
I'll tell you this, while Rasul Douglas is not Deion Primetime Sanders, I'm shocked at two things. He's still an NFL free agent, and I looked this up. He's only 30 years old. Now, I know in NFL cornerback terms, it's not good to be 30-plus, but some of these guys played till they're 32 or 33. He might be a good veteran locker room presence, but could he play? Well, check this out. I got some statistics for you. So in the 2023 season, he had 61 tackles, 43 solo tackles, 14 passes defended, 1 pick six, 5 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries. Now, in the 2024 season, he had a bit of a down year. He had 58 total tackles, 43 solo tackles, and 11 tackles for a loss. No interceptions. But he had a really pretty decent, solid 2023 season. He played for the Packers, got traded on Halloween to the Bills. Midway that season, finished with the Bills, but was very productive. So he's familiar with Philly in the fit. So I think we give him a chance. Go Birds.
Yo, boys, I'm a no on Rasul Douglas. I just don't think it makes a ton of sense. I think that I'd rather let the young guys eat, see what we got there in the rookie we just drafted and Keely Ringo. And I don't think it really worked out well the first time with Rasul Douglas. He played well in Buffalo, but that's a different system than we have. So I'm out on Rasul Douglas, but let's go Birds.
My opinion on Rasul Douglas is that we should sign him. The secondary is in my opinion, it's really good on the top, but there's just not a lot of depth at all. We obviously have Quignon, DeJean, Blankenship, Makuba, Keely Ringo, and Sidney Brown. But after that, I mean, it's Eli Ricks and Adoree Jackson. Eli Ricks, he's still really young, and I don't see him giving us really meaningful reps, and Adoree Jackson's kind of just that mentor now. Also, if you do feel good about those two guys, we could really use him as safety. He's got a lot of size. He is 6'2", 209, and looking at our roster, Reed Blankenship is only 6'1", 203. So he's got the size to play safety, definitely, and he can help us a lot in the secondary. which I think would be huge, especially since the only safeties that can really give you good snaps is Blankenship, Makuba, Sidney Brown. Yeah, so I would sign him.
Hello. As a Philly sports fan, do I want him back? I am very mutual with that conversation and situation. I love Rasul. He brought us the Super Bowl. He helped that. The con is he's 30 years old. Rasul is a very cover 2 zone kind of guy. He loves playing cover 2. Very physical receiver. Loves cover 2. Vic Fangio's defense, his defensive scheme, as we know, is a heavy coverage, which means that his corners like Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell and all those guys, they love to play man-to-man. They love to press. They love to be physical. Do I think he could be a good mentor for Cooper and Quinyon? Absolutely, no doubt in my mind. Do I want him back? Yes, I would love a reunion with him, bring him back in another ring. That would be great. Realistically, I don't see it happening realistically. I think the Eagles are done making moves, especially on defense. I just think that they have their roster, they have everything filled out, and they're just ready for preseason. That's about it, though. Thank you again for letting me on the show. I appreciate the call-in. Again, my name is Gavin Sweeney. I am the sports writer for Lebco Sports. Big shout out to Dalton 302 once again for letting me call in. But yeah, go Birds. And one more thing. Dallas sucks, as always.
Yo, guys, I know that I'm currently on vacation right now, but I had to enter this conversation. Rasul Douglas, back to the Eagles. I'm down for it. I think we could definitely use a veteran cornerback help. I think that would be awesome to add him back to this team. Now, he would not be getting number 32 because that is owned by Dennis's favorite player of all time, favorite Eagles player of all time, in Reed Blankenship. Ship. And, yeah, so I say go for it. Get Rasul Douglas back here. Give him like number 34 or something like that. So I'm all for it.
Well, thank you to everyone who was on those call-ins. We got a lot of good information. Again, thank you to El Diablo Burritos for that sponsorship. If you're in and around Delaware, please stop your local El Diablo Burrito to get the best burrito bowl of all time. But yeah, I mean, what are your guys' take on Rasul Douglas? Because I honestly, Josh, you go first.
Where's this coming from? We have so many people in our secondary. And we got Makuba, we got McMillian with 2 rookies. Yeah, he's ass. We have Sidney Brown. I mean, Rasul Douglas is like an average, like he's like aggressively mediocre at best. Like just like your basic average ass secondary player that we don't have. Like if we were gonna sign Rasul Douglas, we wouldn't have signed Adoree Jackson. Like, what? This makes no sense. This is dumb. This is a dumb conversation we're having, and it upsets me.
I think Josh is more upset because he had to pay for a well pump. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be the dumbest decision that the Eagles make because
let's bring back Jalen Mills while we're at it. What?
I did say that earlier. I did mention that earlier in the season. So I mean, if I have to be devil's advocate, I will be devil's advocate.
That's dumb.
Can I take it? Can I say my side really quick?
They're 30.
All right. Let me say my point, and then you guys can defend it. Why not? Why the hell not? Rasul Douglas, when he was here, was a decent player. He wasn't the best. He wasn't the worst. But he was decent. And then he went to the Packers. And for a while there, he was a very, very solid cornerback. I don't know that I'm ready to say great, but he was really good. He was a great player. And he still is. I think if you can get him on a cheap deal, why not? Why not bring in depth? Because you don't know what's going to happen injury-wise. You got Cooper. You got Quinyon. You got – who's the guy that they also have? I'm drawing a blank on his name. Adoree Jackson. Like Josh said, you got McCullum, but McCullum isn't all that. I'm not necessarily impressed by him. But Eli Ricks, there's not really much besides those 2 other guys. So once somebody goes down, you're really going to have to figure it out. Like, do they still have – who's the cornerback that was here a year ago from the Browns? Greedy Williams. I don't think he's here anymore either.
No.
Yeah, so they don't have much depth otherwise. I'm all for it. I'll play devil's advocate. Joey, what do you think?
Honestly, I think they should. Just, if anything, bring him in for the preseason, for training camp, just to add some competition. Because, as everybody's kind of mentioned, we don't have that much depth. Yeah, we have depth at, like, the safety positions. But when you really look at cornerback, you know who 1 and 2, that's going to be Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Then you've got Eli Ricks, Keely Ringo, maybe Adoree Jackson. So why not bring in a veteran that's already even played in Philadelphia and really wasn't that bad? I think he gets the bad rap just because if you do remember that play against the Cowboys, it was like 2018, I think it was, when it was like we were in overtime down in Dallas and he tipped the ball. He made a good play, but Amari Cooper snags it and runs it in for a touchdown. And that's where I feel like the hatred of Rasul Douglas really started. And it's like, he did his job, though. He tipped the ball, tried to knock it away. The receiver made a good play. But I think it would be good just to add a little bit of competition, add a veteran presence in the locker room, and I don't think it would hurt at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think Josh and I are on the same boat. I think it would be the dumbest thing ever because we got a lot of young guys that need to prove themselves. And I think, yeah, Rasul Douglas was an average cornerback when he was here in Philadelphia. But I think, was it last year? I forget who they're playing against, but he got burnt by someone, and it was just embarrassing. And I just think what we have right now, I think we just work it in. I mean, yeah, depth is an issue, but at the same time, we still have a decent amount of cornerbacks that will be subbing in and out. So I think it would be a waste of money. I think there's other players out there that if we're thinking about picking up, we should get. I don't think cornerback is a position that we need right now.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't need it, but what's going to happen when somebody goes down mid-season next year?
Get anybody else.
Exactly. You're going to be looking at Adoree Jackson in the eyes, me and Joey are, and we're going to be going, told you so, we're fucked.
Mm-hmm. You won't be saying that. I'm telling you right now, you won't be saying that to me. I am so super confident. Me and Josh are super confident in this.
Sure, we can sign somebody better.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Rasul, he's just old.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we got. Mills is better, so we could sign him instead.
What about Keely?
Rather
Do
not.
you guys think that Keely's gonna? That was the name I was blanking on. Keely Ringo. That's the third man out. That's really the guy that could or couldn't.
He's very good. He's very good. He's
Do you
played very
think he's
well.
gonna be a starter by week 5? We'll say.
I think he's going to be a starter week 1. I think he's going to start on the outside, opposite of Mitchell.
And how do you think that will go this year? Good, bad?
I think it's going to go really well. Bitch.
Good. I mean,
yeah.
There's Josh for you.
He was the one that had the pick 6 last preseason, right? Keely Ringo was.
I don't know that answer.
I don't remember.
I know it's kind of like, I
I
believe he was the one that had like a pick 6 against like the Ravens or something, and then like I think he's good, but like last season we didn't get to see him much because even though Darius Slay went out like once a game with an injury, Isaiah Rodgers was in his spot. So if Keely Ringo can get like some snaps early on in the preseason, and then like weeks 1 and 2, he can kind of just get in the groove of things. He might be really good. I don't know. I think he was also part of that Georgia championship defense. So, hey, all for it. The other ones we got, they're dogs. So maybe Keely Ringo is the dog, and we just don't know it yet.
Yeah, I think Eli Ricks, like Dennis said, that was the guy who had the pick 6.
Okay.
But Keely's had some good plays. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's had a couple fumbles. I think he's right there. I just hope for the worst, expect the best, especially when you want to go win another ring. That's kind of the way I look at it.
I think you said that backwards. Definitely said that backwards.
Well, that's my fault.
You should hope for the worst, expect the best.
You live and you learn, Josh. You live and you learn. Sometimes you got fucking a million things on your mind and you're doing your best, but bitch. Anyway, let's get into Ballpark Tommy.
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Finger stitch.
All right, so we don't got Ballpark here tonight, but if he was here, he would be complaining about this road trip disaster that the Phillies had. I mean, up, down, left, right? They can't really find their way. Hopefully they will. But I will ask you guys, I mean, we'll start with Jack and Josh. What can this team do to dig themselves out of this hole?
I mean, they just need to win. We said this last time I was on the show about 2 weeks ago, that these series, we need to win these series. And the road series are the most important series. I mean, right now, our schedule is going to hit probably the peak of our hard schedule this season. And we got to show up. We gotta, fix our pitching. We got to fix our hitting, because it just seems like the offense gets out to a cold start. It takes them 4 or 5 innings to get the bat going. And you can't be doing that. I mean, we're still, number one in our division, but I mean, the next few weeks and next month, we got to win these games, because after that, it's Red October. So this is definitely something that needs to be on the forefront. Is we need to win these games and win these series.
Yeah, got to be careful. After the All-Star breaks, kind of when they fell apart last year. Now they're not playing as well right now as they were this time last year. So maybe it'll even itself out. I know we'll talk about it later, but Schwarber being the All-Star MVP, maybe it gives them a little kick to the tuchus. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like Jack said, you just got to hit. You just got to hit the ball. Hit the ball. How hard is that schedule going to be, Jack? Real hard?
Yeah,
it's hard, real hard. It's going to be pretty hard, guys. So. It's like rock solid hard.
It's hard.
It's no, it's going to get hard. The schedule's getting hard.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're all good. No worries. Hey, by all means. Joey, what do you think?
They need to start with getting rid of Jordan Romano. That's what they need to start with. Because lately, every time he's been put in a closing situation, which is what he was brought here to do, he is folded. And I get it. You're not going to win consistently if you're only scoring 2 to 3 runs. But the Phillies starting pitching has been so exceptionally good this year that they could probably win most of these games where they can only score 2 to 3 runs if the bullpen comes in and does what they're supposed to. And Jordan Romano hasn't done that. Matt Strahm hasn't done that. None of them have done that. I mean, Orion Kerkering at the beginning of the year was a little shaky. As long as you don't put him in as a closer, he's okay. But when you start putting him in the 8th, 9th inning, it's horrible. It's just, they got to get somebody at the trade deadline that's going to be able to come in, have the confidence to go, okay, I'm up a run or two. Let's shut them down. We're going to win this game. Not somebody that looks like Lil Dicky going out there, throwing meatballs.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. I mean, the confidence level from some of these guys on the Phillies, it's not very good as a fan. So hopefully they get it together, because, I mean, we definitely have expectations. I know Fratty has some expectations. Fratty, thank you, man, for being in the comments, letting us know about that Saquon Barkley play. That's pretty exciting. Breaking news while we're doing the show. If you guys didn't know, the backwards hurdle, shocker, won Play of the Year at the ESPY. So that's pretty exciting. Something that isn't too exciting, we'll go ahead and break this down. Alec Bohm, injured. Not a good look. I mean, ribs, not ideal. We'll let the guy with the lettuce take it first from the other guy with the lettuce. Josh, I mean, your boy Alec Bohm is out. This sucks, right, man?
He is my boy. He gets undeserved hate. How long is he out for?
That I don't know. Here, I'll find out really quick.
I saw that he got hurt today. I didn't see how long. It sucks. I don't understand the hate this man gets personally. I feel like he's always there, maybe not as clutch as Castellanos or Schwarber or Harper, but I feel like he always gets a hit when we need it. He plays great defense, and he's just swagging out there with the lettuce. The luscious locks are flowing. Kind of sucks that he's not out there, but hopefully he gets back. How long is he out? Bueller?
Day. I just looked it up. He's day to day.
He's day to day.
That's good news.
That's good news. That's good news, because the schedule's going to get really hard after the All-Star break.
Left rib. So
honestly, put a flak jacket on him and let him play. Like, you can't injure a rib more.
I'm gonna just say this. That is an all-time soft move. I have broken some ribs and still played. I have bruised some ribs and still played through my injury. I guess he's not built like me, but again,
he's not as hard as Jack.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have the grit like I do. Not as hard as me. He's soft. But I will say this: it sucks because I think before this injury, he was definitely stepping up, and in those clutch moments when we needed him to step up, and it just sucks because once you get the win taken out of your sails, it sucks, and it's not a good feeling no matter what. But like I said, it's a all-time soft move. He should play through it. He should wear the rib protector or whatever.
Flak jacket.
Yeah, because that's upsetting. But I understand the pain.
Like what they put on quarterbacks.
Exactly. What Jalen Hurts wears.
I love it. Somebody's got to be the bad guy on the podcast. And as you can see, the two guys who I don't know if they've ever played a freaking, I don't even know what it's called in baseball, a pitch of baseball, are telling Alec Boehm. I'm sure if he's listening to this pod, he would love to hear that. But
Play a lot of MLB The Show. So
I do get your perspective, right? As a Philly fan, like there is that, like, hey, rub dirt on it, get back out there. Like, it's a sport of baseball. The one thing I will say that actually I think is playing to his benefit, just looking on the outside in, is that it's before the All-Star break. If it was after the All-Star break, I would actually agree with you 100%. Like, there would be I'd be like, yeah, get back out there. Like, we need you. Like, what are you doing? The fact that it's before the All-Star break tells me that the Phillies are trying to conserve him. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they're like, okay, we want him long-term. We want to make sure that he's healthy mentally and physically come time for the playoffs, because we don't want this guy having temper tantrums. I mean, what do you think, Joe?
I think my first thing is, why in the world? What is with, like, these opposing pitchers hitting our players all season long? Like, Bryce Harper injured by a hit pitch. Like, I'm sick of it. We're like a soft team, and we just let people throw at our batters all day long, and we got to fix that. But Alec Boehm, yeah, like you said, it just comes at the perfect time. He gets a week off for the All-Star break. I think he'll be fine. It said, the article I read earlier, it said, like, he left later on in the game. He got hit in like the second inning and then left later on in the game. So it might have just been like, all right, yeah, it's a little worse than I think it might be. It might, let's take this off and get the week off, relax. He'll probably be okay. He's been doing a little bit better. He's getting his swing, his mojo back. So I think the Phillies are like, okay, we have something here. His defense is pretty solid. He's by far not the worst defender in the infield at all. So he's an asset that they can have at third base. So they want him healthy, and that's the best move. Just take him out the game, get him healthy. Even if he's got to sit like one or two more games, it's okay. It's not like he's, the greatest bat. So we'll be okay. But I think it's more gearing towards October. That's what the ultimate goal is here. Even we'll probably talk about it later, but like even with like Zach Wheeler not pitching in the All-Star game, you see what this team is. They're goal oriented towards. We want to be healthy for October. We want to be ready. So when it's time, we can lock in and we can do what we're supposed to do. And I think that's more so what they're trying to do here, conserving him with his injury. And I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now moving along into our next topic. Did you have something you want to say, Jack? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Cool. Phillies go out and get a great draft pick, Gage Wood. This kid had 19 strikeouts. If you guys haven't seen the video, I think go check it out on Philly Crew. The funny thing is that his walkout music is Rooster, Zach Wheeler's song. So if you guys don't know, Zach Wheeler's walkout song is the Rooster, and now this guy has it. And he's really good. Like, this is probably, I think, one of the best draft picks that the Phillies have made in a while. But what do you guys think of Gage Wood? We'll start with you, Joe.
So I don't know much about him. Obviously, we all know now about the 19 strikeouts. I think it was almost a perfect game. He threw like a curveball and it hit somebody or something, but it's close to a perfect game. I heard somebody on WIP say something crazy the other morning on the way to work. They were like, yeah, you know what? He should just skip the minor leagues and he should come right to Philadelphia. Just put him on a plane right now. Like, I don't think it's that far, but I think, if he's really like that, maybe you throw him in. I don't know like how it works. If you can just throw him in like, say, Reading or something, and potentially like just as because he's high velocity, potentially like throw him in as like a middle reliever, closer type thing, and see like as we get closer to like September, maybe October, bring him up, see how he's doing. I don't know, but everybody's hyped about him. I think he'll be really good. If not this year, he's probably definitely going to see the field next year. And with the field of like all these young new pitchers coming in, you got like Skeens, the guy up in Milwaukee. I think this gives like the Phillies like, yeah, we have Zach Wheeler. Yeah, we have Christopher Sanchez. We don't know what's going to happen with Ranger. This just gives us a little more stability. Like, okay, we got somebody else on the way. So don't count us out either.
Yeah, I mean, also not to mention this dude is beautiful. He's a beautiful specimen. Went to Arkansas. He definitely was probably one of the best pitchers in college baseball this season. And we drafted somebody that position that we needed. So I think all in all, excuse me, the Philadelphia management of all their sports teams, they're making the right decisions for drafting, because that's always been a biggest issue with these Phillies is our pitching hasn't been strong at all. And getting somebody who can throw gas like Gage Wood is definitely it's gonna help us out in the long run. And I think he's like 23. So he's still young. So I mean, give him at least a year, let him get, because I would say playing the minor leagues is completely different than playing in, college baseball. So give him some, pitches and eventually bring him out, because we definitely need somebody like him.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him. He's got those crazy eyes. I saw him when he threw that one pitch and he stared down his opponent like lifeless behind his eyes. That's what we need in Philly. We need the lifeless eyes. I love it. Yeah, he just seems like a crazy guy. And he's got that Philly mentality. That's what we need. Just being absolutely like a dog. So I also feel like the step up from like college quarterback to college or to professional quarterback, like defense change and stuff, like I feel like if you can pitch, you can pitch. Again, I've watched about 6 innings of college baseball in my life, so I don't know. But like throwing a baseball is throwing a baseball, right?
You would think so.
You'd think. Unless the schedule gets really hard.
Super
it's
hard.
Like a persona too that he has to him. It's almost like you've ever seen, I don't want to say Kenny Powers, because I feel like that's like disrespectful.
Not Kenny Powers.
Yeah, but like when he walked off the mound and he gave that lifeless stare, like you said,
yeah, sick.
There's 2 kinds of pitchers. You're right, Josh. Pitching is pitching at some certain point. There's the entertainers, though, and then the guys that just go out there and throw a baseball. And this guy's an entertainer. I mean, he struck out 69 batters this season. Nice. Real nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
But he only walked 7 of them. So he striked out 69 batters and only walked 7. That's a 9.86 K walk ratio. He's dominating, and he's just surgical out there. He's really precise where he wants to put the baseball, and I think that that's a good thing for the Phillies. And like somebody else also said earlier, he threw a solo no-hitter in the College World Series, Omaha. Like, no pressure. The dude's a gem. So I really got to actually applaud the Phillies front office for doing something right with that 21st pick in the first round. And I don't know a ton about baseball. Shout out to ChatGPT. And actually I actually looked up some stuff online and compiled those stats. But all that being said, I mean, the dude's looking like a stud. But somebody else who looked like a stud last night, this one was kind of a surprise, all right? I woke up this morning, and I had some great news. If you guys don't, you got to give our guy Fratty a follow on Instagram. But Fratty was the first to report it from what I saw, which was last night in the All-Star game. Kyle Schwarber was named the MVP. We would expect this maybe as a home run derby champion, maybe 2026 at home. That would be a lot of fun. But I did not have this on my bingo card for this year. Not complaining, but some people were saying that they felt he didn't deserve it. I think it was 3 home runs on 3 hits, which is absurd. I mean, Joey, we'll let you take it first, and then Jack and Josh. Did Kyle Schwarber deserve this?
Yes. And everyone saying he didn't deserve it is a Mets fan. And I'm going to put it like this. The Mets almost lost us the game. The Phillies had to win the game, okay? Because, yeah, Pete Alonso, you hit a 3-run home run. Woohoo, good for you. But you know what? Your buddy Edwin Diaz gave up the final run to tie the game. So, it all setting penalties, we win. We're better. Thank you. But anyway.
That was like a ballpark Tommy type of rant. You should be proud of yourself with that Mets throwing the Mets in the ground.
Kyle Schwarber made everybody else that did that look like little kids out there. Kyle Schwarber, like, he went 0 for 2 in the actual game, and when it really mattered, like, somebody at work today said it to me. They were like, it's like you went to overtime and you nailed the game-winning three-pointer. Like, that's how, like, they explained it. And I was like, that's really good. Because, yeah, Kyle Schwarber, he went 3 for 3. Like, these other guys, you'd see him like, I think it was Rosa Reyna. Like, he hit 3 of them, and, like, they all went short. And it was like, all right, well, that's not impressive. Kyle Schwarber was, like, crushing these baseballs. Like, it was like no doubters. Like, to do that 3 pitches in a row, like, just fresh, kind of off the bench after you had already played a game and then stopped again, like, that's incredible. So he deserves it. He won the game for us. And for the first time, it's like 10 out of the last 11 or something, the AL had won. So it's finally nice to see the NL win one.
And not to mention that, to put a cherry on the top, see a Philadelphia Philly give us that win. It's definitely cool because I am a big I hate All-Star Weekend for any sport. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. The only one that did well this year was NHL with the four nations. And then they added this new, like, overtime in the MLB All-Star game. And it's cool because the manager would pick 3, batters, right? And the goal was to hit 3 home runs. So Schwarber just stepping up, cranking one out, hitting some Schwarb bombs. It just makes everyone in Philadelphia put a smile on their face. Schwarber is that security blanket, kind of like in College Football 26, where you check down to your running back who's running a slant route if you get covered. So he's been reliable this season. I feel like he MVP of the league is definitely more likely to happen now. But yeah, it just goes to show, just to put the cherry on top, is Philadelphia Philly winning the NL All-Stars game. So yeah, I think it's cool how they added this new rendition into the All-Star weekend. I think it's awesome.
Your boy Schwarbomb. I love him. He just looks like a kid who, like, needed extra tutoring in middle school and, like, still really has trouble, like, forming a full sentence, like, clear, but, like, he just hits dingers.
Like you, back in the day.
I don't lisp.
Yeah, but
It was a little different. It
You
wasn't.
compliment Gage Wood, and then you say our own Kyle Schwarber looks like.
Wait, what? What did I say about Gage Wood?
Jack. I'm sorry. Jack complimented Gage Wood. I was muted when I said it earlier. I said, you're not going to give Kyle Schwarber the same kind of love, Jack. You're not going to say that he's a beautiful man, too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was weird. No. Schwarbombs are the best. I just love Kyle Schwarber. I love, like, the man does one thing. Like, he literally only does one thing, and it's just hit home runs. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't get to first base. He can't. He always looks like he's got a big dump in his pants when he's, like, running. But, like, I just love him so much.
That's a great quote. I just love Kyle Schwarber. Josh Sepp, I'm putting it in the comments. Ashley, if you need a quote this week, this is more of a reason to sign him, extend him. If any of the Phillies executives ever listen to this podcast, which God forbid, I don't know why they would, but if they ever did, I'm just saying extend him. Moving on now to our next segment. Speaking of the Phillies executives, they did a good job on this. I got to give them credit. They gave Christopher Sanchez his bonus. Now, the way that my understanding, the way that the All-Star works in the MLB, it's a little bit different. It's kind of like any other All-Star thing nowadays where most of the players don't want to play, primarily for the reason of injury, but also for the reason of there's no real integrity to it. So I believe somebody else wasn't able to play in the All-Star game. I don't know if it was because injury or they just didn't want to. And because of that, Christopher Sanchez then was allowed to play. So he is going to the All-Star game. I believe in the contract that the Phillies had given him, there was a condition saying that if he didn't make it on the first ballot, he wasn't voted in essentially, he wouldn't get the bonus. But long story short, the Philadelphia Phillies honored the fact that he was an all-star, period, and gave him the bonus. So I think that's great because if you want to talk about as an organization a way to motivate a young guy and also to show a guy, hey, like our organization is behind you. Go out there and put everything you have on the line for this team because we're going to back you the same way. Like as a player, as an employee, as an individual, whatever you want to call it, I thought that that was a real stand-up thing to do by the Phillies. Because don't get me wrong, they probably need every dime that they have right now to pay who we were just talking about, Kyle Schwarber. You got that extension coming up. And a whole round of other things, I'm sure. But I thought it was awesome that they found a way to pay Christopher Sanchez. Probably told me in the back of my head, honestly, that they were budgeting in their head him being an all-star, being selected. They probably thought that he would be, and it probably came as a surprise. But, Jack, we'll let you take this first. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I'll be brief. Yeah, I mean, I think he's deserving of this bonus. He has been pitching very well this season. Towards the end of last season, he started to pick it up. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you want some player to do well for your organization, you're going to want to give them that bonus or give them an extension or give them more playing time, things like that. And I think it's smart that, you know, we gave Christopher Sanchez that bonus, that well-deserved bonus. So I'm glad we did it, and I think it's a smart decision.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think?
The Phillies did the right thing. He got snubbed. Clayton Kershaw really, like, he got elected by it was Rob Manfred, right? Is the commissioner of baseball? I don't have that wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
So yeah, he picked him as I don't even know, like something special, like, oh, we love the Dodgers pick. And like when you look at it, it's like, dude, like Christopher Sanchez is putting up an insane, like, over his last 10 games, it's like less than 1 ERA. Like, he has been going absolute bananas every time he gets on the mound. And he deserved that beyond anybody else. Like, I think like him and Zach Wheeler right now are the best, like probably one of the top three pitchers in the NL. We'll give Paul Skeens his due, but it's those three. Top three is Zach Wheeler, Paul Skeens, and Christopher Sanchez. So Christopher Sanchez, there was no reason he shouldn't have been at the All-Star game, but obviously voting is rigged. Fans are going to go and vote for their favorite players of their loser teams, for their loser players. But it is what it is. He got his bonus. Happy for him. I think he's going to continue to ball out for us. And like Wheeler, it's kind of cool. You get the nod, but you don't play, so you save yourself. Don't risk the injury. And now you're going to come out firing again for the rest of the second half of the season. And come playoff time, you guys are going to be dialed in. So I'm really excited to see him the rest of the way.
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's very exciting for the Phillies what we have with Christopher Sanchez and the future that we have. Like you said, probably have 2 out of the 3 best pitchers in the NL. So go Phils. But moving on now to our last topic of the night. Before we do that, we're actually going to go ahead and ask the trivia question. We haven't done it in a little bit, so maybe it gives those people like me that are behind a chance to go ahead and get out ahead. But let's hit that trivia intro.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dalton, the mayor of Delaware.
Thank you, TickPick, for that sponsorship. It is Philly season right now. Make sure you buy your tickets through TickPick. We can't wait for Eagles season because that's the most important season of all time. So we have the season 8 scoreboard right now. We got the fans with 4. We got Dalton with 4. We got Ashley with 5. We got KJ with 3, and then we have Josh with 1. We haven't done it in probably 3 weeks, so hopefully we can get these. Dalton can get back in the winner column. So tonight's question I have for you is: the first season in the NFL for the Eagles was in 1933. Where was their training camp held? Again, the first season for the Eagles was in 1933. Where was their training camp held? A, Lehigh University in Bethlehem, PA. B, University of Penn in Philadelphia. C, Mount Airy Resort, the Poconos. Or D, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Again, where the first season for the Eagles was 1933, where was their first ever training camp? A, Lehigh University, Bethlehem, PA. B, University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. C, Mount Airy Resort in the Poconos. Or D, Atlantic City, New Jersey. We'll give you the answer at the end of the show. Please put your answers
That's
in
a
the
good
comments.
question. I never knew that. I'm gonna have to. I texted you mine. I hope it's right. That's what I would think, but we'll find out here in a second. We'll find out soon enough too, guys. Is how good is this team? How prepared are they for this season that they are about to embark on? I was thinking about it the other day. Coming off of a Super Bowl win is really tough. It's kind of like playing that game in your backyard with your football, whatever you would call it. We all had a name for it. But where it's like a free-for-all, basically, you have the football and everybody's trying to bring you down, or like a Royal Rumble, right? Or like a tables, ladders, chairs match when you're on top of the ladder and everyone's trying to rip you off as you're trying to go for that. When you're the Super Bowl champion in the NFL, everybody wants to kick your ass. The reason is, who doesn't want to say during their regular season, oh, we just beat the Super Bowl champions of last year. That means we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We've done that. We've been guilty of that in the past. It doesn't always work that way. But I'm just saying, everybody, because I am that way, and I know a lot of other NFL fans are that way, is looking to beat you. So I think that the Eagles really need to take a new approach to this year and understand, hey, it was week by week last year in the playoffs. It was like, okay, as soon as we got to the playoffs, new season, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be the same way this year. As soon as you get there, you need to take it piece by piece by piece by week by week. Because before you know it, you could be at that 2-2 mark. But it's not going to be like last year where you're 2-2 and you're just the Philadelphia Eagles. If you're 2-2 this year and you're the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, it's going to be all over ESPN. It's going to be all over WIP. It's going to be everywhere. And the players, I hate to say it, just the brutal truth, nowadays, they don't take criticism the same way that they did. I think that they didn't listen to it as much is what I'll say. Social media makes it tough on the athletes too. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't. Like they're constantly listening. But what I'm trying to say is if it goes bad, I think it could go really bad, really fast. So if I'm the Eagles and Nick Sirianni, I'm just saying, hey, please take it game by game, week by week. Come prepared. Be the most prepared guy in the locker room. Each of you should have that goal because you guys remember what happened after last time we won the Super Bowl. We were good the year after we made the playoffs, but it felt like we weren't operating to our full potential. I see you shaking your head, Jack. I mean, why do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think after coming off a Super Bowl win and having a pretty good season last year, you need to come prepared because we have fallen short of that when we won our first Super Bowl in 2018, and we came out flat. We still made the playoffs, but it didn't seem like the same fire that we had in our bellies that we did the season prior. So yeah, I mean, you got to prepare every practice for like you're gonna win the Super Bowl again, because you got to push yourself. You got to come prepared. You got to. I mean, this is perfect for those young guys because, as we all know, some question marks are still on defense. Like who's actually at the starting position. So it's not going to be, sunflowers and rainbows. You're going to have to work your ass off to prove to the Philadelphia Eagles that you deserve a position on the starting 55, and you need to show up every day at training camp, and because that's how you that's where you set the boys from the men. So you got to come out guns blazing.
Starting 52.
Sorry.
Well, that's fine. Sorry. Start fast, stay loose, stay sexy. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You gotta fire in your belly. What was Nick Sirianni's quote about praise and perfume?
I don't know.
I think he
It's
said
like perfume. You can drink it or don't drink it, but you can.
Brandon Marsh quote in there too.
No. Nick, yeah. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Nick Sirianni said, "Praise is like perfume. You can smell it, but don't drink it. It'll kill you." Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. I believe
he said it.
He said it. I believe
he said it recently.
He says a lot of weird things. He's like a dictionary for weird shit to say. Him and Jalen Hurts.
I think that's a good quote.
It's a good quote, but it's not like something that a normal person is just gonna fucking say.
All right, you know what thought you wrote.
That's why he's the Super Bowl champion coach and not a normal person.
Yeah. Dalton, what's your favorite quote?
I can't say it on stream, but it's a Jalen Hurts joke one. Yeah, I'll have to message it to you because I think some people know what it is. But shout out to No for making that joke. It's a good one. But 3 weeks out, we're right there. I mean, Josh and Jack, I'll ask you guys this. What are you guys most looking forward to this NFL season?
I mean, I just think my biggest excitement that I get right now is being next to Josh. But love you, kid. But it's the battle that's going to happen on the field during preseason because, like I said, there's so many unanswered positions out there that we have guys that need to prove themselves. We got who's the offensive lineman that we Tyler Steen. He needs to prove himself. The guy that we just got from the Seahawks, the guy that was ranked 52 out of all linemen, he has a lot to prove. You have Tristan McCollum. He has a lot to prove. You have Makuba. He has a lot to prove. I mean, we have high expectations for Makuba. Same time, and there's still an open position. So we got to figure out, where we can separate, I'm going to say it again, the boys from the men and show Coach Sirianni, show the coordinators that you deserve a position on the starting 11. That's all I got to say.
Very quickly, what I'm most excited for is to watch the Eagles games at my bar. Now it's done. Pretty excited about it. Well, I mean, it's like a garage. Like, you're never finished cleaning your garage, but, like, you got to get to a point where it's usable. Like, it's usable right now.
Can you drink beer in it? Can you watch the game?
Yeah.
It's usable.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Did you see the pictures?
Oh, I've seen the pictures. Don't worry. Yeah, I've kept up with it. I think I'm the only one that replies in the group chat when you send them in there because I get excited because I know I'm coming to go hang out there.
Yeah,
usually I want to drive to Northeast. I'll own it. But for an Eagles game, in a cool experience, I might do it. As long as we're not going to a bar, doing a watch party there, I will come to a game.
I will bet you $5 that you won't.
I'll bet you 10 I'll be there.
No, that you won't. I'll bet you $10. I'll give you $10.
I just said that.
That you won't make more than 2 games at this house.
I'm definitely not going to make more than 2 games. I'll tell you that because I'm trying to be booked out for watch parties for every away game. But if I'm not, and if I am not watching a game here or at my dad's house, I'll come to your house. You have my word on that.
I mean, that was a lot of ifs.
You have it goes, and everybody, obviously. Like, let us know in the comments. This is actually true. Where is your favorite place to watch a football game? Because there's where the ranking is of a bar. There's obviously being there. Being there is like top tier. Going to a bar with friends is up there. But then there's also some people, and shout out to me and Jack's old coworker. We used to know a guy, and Jack already knows where I'm going at with this. He was a Patriots fan, Fangman.
Yeah.
And he had a routine. He had to lock himself in a room with a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, I believe, and a pizza from Domino's. And he would do that every Sunday. And he would basically say, hey, don't talk to me for 4 hours. Whatever happens, happens. Got a lot of Super Bowls out of, doing it that way. I don't know if that had to do with him or that just was lucky. But, I mean, what is your guys' favorite way to watch a game? Because I'll go ahead and say it. Like, if I'm not getting paid to do something or really just doing a watch party because I enjoy talking on a mic too, it's not that. I want to watch it at my house.
I agree with that. I truly do agree. I mean, yeah, it's fun going to the tailgate, getting film and content. But when it gets cold out or when it's super hot out, you can just turn on the game downstairs in the basement, put on the AC. You don't have to wait in line to use the bathroom. You don't have to drop $20 on a drink. Yeah. You can just free reign, go in your fridge, get a drink. Yeah. And one of my favorite things to do is, once we watch the Birds, if it's like a 1:00 game, we sleep for the the games after, and then we watch the night game. That is a nice feeling. But yeah, that's kind of
nachos.
The nachos are fire. Yeah.
Wow, I think I got fat from this.
But anyway, that's my perfect cup of tea. How about you, Zeppy?
Yeah, I just like to watch in my basement with minimal people. I have a whole thing. I'm actually kind of psychotic on game day, to be honest. The OCD really kicks in, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I have kicked people out of my house for bad mojo before. We put Jack in a closet one time for the 2013 wildcard game against the Saints.
It worked.
It did work, kind of. They lost, but they started to come back.
He came out of the closet, though. I mean, no pun intended, but when that happened, I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, that one was asking for it.
I will watch regular games in a bar. I refuse to watch the Eagles anywhere, pretty much besides my house, with like the right amount of people.
Yeah, I feel like the older you get, right? Like when we were younger, and don't get me wrong, I still love going to the game because my top priority is I love creating content. Like being able to go back and watch the content from an Eagles game is a really cool feeling. But the older we get, I definitely get you want to be in your zen. You want to be in your area. You want to be able to sit there, watch it, and enjoy it, especially right now, like in this golden era that we're in. Joey, what about you? What's your favorite way to watch an Eagles game?
Watching it at home, really. Last year was pretty cool because my daughter turned 1 in October. So, like, she doesn't really understand what's going on. But I would pretty much, my wife would be at work, and it would just be me and my daughter at home, and we would watch all the Eagles games together. And I started chanting, like, doing the Eagles, like, EAGLES Eagles, so much that, like, she can't say much. But when the Eagles are on, you bet she'll be running around the house going, EAGLES Eagles! And it's the most adorable thing ever. And I love it so much. It's like, I get to create my own next generation fan. Like, it's awesome. But other than that, like, obviously, like, I love watching it with my little brother, my parents, obviously. We all get into it, even my grandparents. Like, we're all just such big Eagles fans that it's like, it's so much fun just watching it with family and just sharing that experience together with everyone.
That's really cool, man. I love that perspective. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for raising the next generation right. But that's all we got topic-wise for you guys tonight. Gonna go ahead and kick it to Jackson to go ahead and wrap us up.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dordan, the mayor of Delaware.
Again, Season 8 scoreboard, we got the fans with 4. We got Dalton with 4. We got Ashley with 5. We got Josh with 1. and we got KJ McCoy with 3. Again, thank you to TickPick for that sponsorship. Like I said, it's always Eagles season. Buy your tickets through TickPick with no Uber or any other fees. So tonight's question we have for you, this is a better way to ask it, is the Eagles' first season in the NFL was in 1933. Where was their first ever training camp held? Again, the Eagles' first season in the NFL was 1933. Where was their first ever training camp held? A, Lehigh University in Bethlehem, PA. B, University of Penn, UPenn in Philadelphia. C, Mount Airy Resort in the Poconos. Or D, Atlantic City. I'm going to go to the comments real quick. I don't see anything. Joe Havens, I see an answer. And he says B, and that is incorrect. Josh is telling me from the backstage, he said A, Lehigh University. That is incorrect. Dalton texted me. He said UPenn. That is incorrect. The right answer for you is D, Atlantic City. It was held there from the summer of 1933 and 1934.
Wow. So did anybody get it?
No. No one got it.
Oh, that keeps that easy for the trivia scoreboard. Get to recycle the same graph.
And then in 1935, they moved to Chestnut Hill Academy in Philadelphia. So 2 years later.
Where's that at?
I thought Atlantic City just because it sounded like the most outlandish answer, but I was like, there's no way. And
yeah, no.
They moved to Lehigh.
They moved to Lehigh.
Lehigh was like the 80s, 90s.
Eagles.
Yeah, I want to say 80s, 90s.
Up until like the 2000s.
Lehigh.
Early 2000s, I think.
It was Andy Reid era is what you're thinking of, yeah.
1996 to 2012. So
yeah. That was when it was fun. That was bunk beds, I think. That was like high school, probably.
I thought it was a perfect fitting, and it kind of worked out that we're talking about preseason training camp because that's what everyone's doing right now. So, yeah, I saw Atlantic City, and I was kind of like blown it back. I was like, damn, I did not know that was a thing.
That did work out, and we kept it under an hour. A nice, quick show. Want to give a big thank you to El Diablo Burritos. Want to give a big thank you to Nick's Pizza. And want to give a huge thank you to our new sponsor who we're getting ready to work with this year. That is Balboa Steaks. We're adding a new segment. It's going to be called the Knockout Punch this week. It obviously would have been Kyle Schwarber with those 3 knockout punches. But Balboa Steaks, the king of Delaware steaks. Go check them out if you haven't. Tell them 302 Birds sent you. We'd really appreciate it. I know me and Jackson, that's our spot. We love it there. They're tearing it up. And we're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff with them. We're going to be also doing a little bit more ads, so have some patience with us. We're trying to make some more money at this stuff, so just have some patience with Season 9. Other than that, I will see you guys soon. And Jack, take it away.
Well, Joe Havens, do you want to tell everyone what is coming up?
Oh yeah, let them know your announcement too.
Oh yeah. So me and my brother, we're working on something. Doing like it's gonna be like Eagles and NFL like updates, kind of just going after some stuff. It's gonna be Tuesday nights starting August 5th. It's gonna be Under the Wing podcast. On Instagram you can find us. Working on getting like the YouTube and all that up now. But yeah, coming out August 5th is when we're gonna premiere, and then we're gonna go every Tuesday. We're gonna break down like the NFL games the week before, preview some NFL games, preview like Eagles, everything like that. It's going to be a good time. So come check it out August 5th at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Joe. Make sure you guys follow that Under the Wing podcast. And also for me, Sundays at 9:00, look into Weekend's Last Beer. It is a lifestyle golf podcast. We kind of discuss most recent tournaments. I know a lot of the fan bases that we have here aren't big golfers, but you're going to want to be part of this show. We have a lot of cool things coming out, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, without further ado, Dalton, by the way, I listened to the podcast last week live, and you did a horrible job, matter of factly.
Get my dick real kicked in tonight. Thanks.
Anyway, hey, Josh! It's an outro, not an intro. Hit that motherfucking outro.
What we got? 302 birds. Stinks.